Hello, it's Molly Reamer with Bridges Grove and 30 Days of Goddess with a flip through video of my September prayer book. And as always, pre-printed prayer books are available in our Etsy shop. That is bridgesgrove.etsy.com, and also available in printable version at 30daysofgoddess.com. And we do have new mini pocket-sized prayer books now, which are also available on Amazon. And actually, the printed prayer books are available via the printer directly. That's lulu.com. If you search there for 30 Days of Goddess, you'll see pretty much all the options from all the past months, and can order or catch up that way. That is a good option for international customers who need lower shipping rates and can get them by ordering directly from the printer. So this one is nice and fat. I always like seeing how they start out, this is October, and then they end up like this, kind of no matter what else is going on or what else is happening, they still end up full of juicy wisdom. Something I've been thinking about recently is how I've spoken before about how the prayer book forms this kind of accountability partner for you. This is from Water of Whimsy. It forms kind of an accountability partner for you. And also there's something powerful about the 30-day container. And so I know that some people have asked me about doing, a whole year book. I have my own. I use Desire Map Planner still, which is a whole year. I use WeMoon, which is a whole year. I have other books that I use that are a year. This was from a stay at Big Cedar Lodge. We were out of town the first of the month in September, so this page was done on the go, and I used her key card as a fold out and some feathers I found there. But anyway, my point, I guess I shouldn't have started trying to turn pages and talk at the same time, but my point is that the 30-day container, I feel like, forms this opportunity to recommit. It's an opportunity and it's an invitation to recommit every month. And so that's why I continue to do 30 days. And I do use the hashtag 365 Days of Goddess. I use Goddess every day. I've maintained a steady prayer book practice for 630 plus days at this point without missing a day. And it is, it's more than, a 30-day challenge or a 30-day. It's more than just 30 days. It represents kind of almost a lifestyle or a process or a movement for intentional, mindful, sacred living. Like, there's a lot encapsulated here. But the 30-day invitation invites us to recommit. It invites us into mindfulness each and every month. And I find that this is from Joni Ray, Tales of a Kitchen Witch. I find that as the month draws to a close each month, and the book is getting fatter and fatter, I start to look forward with great anticipation to the freshness of the clean new book, the fresh start. And I feel like there's something really powerful about the accumulated magic and the accumulated wisdom of a month. And there's something really powerful about closing it out, saying thank you, seeing it through, and then accepting the invitation to step into a new month, to recommit, to make a new vow, to settle into a new practice, to accept the invitation to begin again. And the fresh, clean, new pages of a new book really invite you in to that kind of space. These were drawings that my daughter did quite a few years ago and I had in my stuff, and so I turned them into a fold out with a greeting card from a company, a charity. But anyway, 30 days, it's a powerful container, and it's powerful to hold each 30 days and honor it as complete and accept the invitation to begin again in a new book. And I just think there's something about that. I enjoy both feelings, the richness, there's her other two pictures, the richness of the completion, the satisfaction of completion, and then the invitation and refreshment and renewal of beginning again. I was using cards from Effie Wild again, from Book of Days this time. Little of my Autumn Magic booklet. Those I make those 8 times a year for our Goddess Magic community. That's patreon.com/goddessmagic. And this is also from Effie Wild, but this is a carved block print that my mom did and gave to my son for his graduation, and for his graduation card, and I of course snagged it to use in my book. I'm always finding little bits everywhere. This is from an Owl Crate book. This is the sticker from Water of Whimsy. I used my own printed out daily graphics again. This is from Wee Moon. It's from Poetagatus. It's a new card that I made. Patrons will see that in the future. Wee Moon. This was some shaving cream. The background is some shaving cream paintings that my kids did, and they were cleaning out their room, and we're going to throw those paintings away. And I snagged those out. I recognize Prayerbook pieces when I see them. Wee Moon, Wee Moon. This is from when I was doing a Ariadne's Thread study group, and I printed out copies of Shekinah Mountain Water's tarot deck that was never completed, and I found an extra piece, an extra illustration in some of my stuff, and I decided to use that. I actually found a whole bag of past supplies from other projects, like they were from my wooden collage goddesses that I used to make every month, and from other projects like that. And so I found that box or that bag, and it had kind of a treasure trove. I went to GGG in September and met Karen Moon of the Divine Feminine app in person, and she had a handout on these Sacred Circle guidelines, and so I stuck it into my envelope for that day when I was at GGG. Working on those pages in a camping type of setting was kind of a challenge. I had done some work ahead and had glued some stuff down ahead, and then added to the page. This is the cover from an old witch's date book, and it was really, I thought, made a nice page. I had cut something else off here, probably the title, and stuck my card for the day in there. Made a lot of use of our Cut Your Own expansion packs again this month. From Wee Moon, these were all previously cut out and stored in that little envelope of supplies that I found. These stickers were from a workshop at GGG with Ashley Smith. Business card from one of my friends there. Oh, never finished sticking the woman rune. Never got the woman rune ready for this page. Wee Moon again, stickers from there. And these are leftover from a Leonie Dawson Shining Year Planner. But anyway, this bag that I found that had a bunch of stuff in it, a lot of it was already cut out. Like that was already cut out. This was there. This was already cut out. And so I've been having fun kind of digging into past selves' gift of all those previously prepped little goodies. This too was there. My bookmark this month has an Effie Wild card on the back, and then got a sticker on the front. Love that crow. That's from Wee Moon. That was cut out and saved in my magical bag of wonder. And I do love making pockets. Somebody had asked about pockets recently, and I just put glue on 3 sides and stick it down. You can kind of make anything into a pocket. Really, I use the words of the prompt word for each month or each day as my pocket, but sometimes I put things on the back of those, but I do not on that one. And I enjoy incorporating the word onto the page. There's a woodpecker feather that my mom found and saved for me. These were saved in my little secret goodie bag. I made a tiny book on a tea bag tag and stuck it in my pocket. The word was open today, and I wanted something that opened. Golden. This was one of those things I did several pages in advance. I have a separate video on advanced page prepping, but basically I am fond of days when I have extra time going through and gluing down kind of a central image on up to, even 15 pages in advance, and gluing the central image down and then adding to it later when you get to the actual day. And I just loved that this image, I don't know if you can see all the gold in there, this was already laid down on the page, even though I hadn't counted ahead and didn't know it was the day for golden. So that was one of those little bits of magic that's always so fun. This is from the Divine Feminine app as well. I cut out my own graphics sometimes, cut the words out. This is from a National Park magazine, I believe. There was a series of kind of woodcut images about a state park visit, and so I used it for that day. Gail Stevenson sent me back some of our business cards to reuse, and she wrote a note on this Buddha paper, and so of course I saved it and used it. And then since September has 30 days instead of 31, I had a spillover poem that I wanted to write, which is interestingly that permission slip for allowing that I shared on Facebook, which actually ended up with a whole bunch of shares and a lot of comments, more than a lot of my posts get. And it was kind of funny that it was a spillover that almost didn't get written, but just because I had an extra page, I went ahead and wrote something new. And it probably was one of my most popular pieces of writing from this whole month. And it was the extra, the what was written in the extra margins. And then I like to end the book with still some stuff. I included one of our own 30 Days of Goddess business cards, kind of as a reinforcement or a reminder, or almost like in gratitude for what this practice has meant to me and has been to me and has come to mean to other people. Our new prayer books I've been including thematically appropriate woman runes card layouts in the back, and so I did this one, Cauldron Reflection. I do say to reserve the Cauldron Reflection card so you don't get it as an answer, but I left it in myself, and sure enough, I got it as the answer, which in its own way is kind of great. So I've started to stop saying to take the card out. Just if you get it, you get it, and sometimes it can be a cosmic wink. So this one still has stuff in the pockets waiting for me to transfer it over to October. If I have anything left, I just empty my pockets and put them into the next month's book. This is a handout I was working on for our October Magic class and for the presentation I gave at GGG. So it's still in there, and some leftover runes and sampler pack cards. The back page is from Poetic Goddess as well, and one of her patrons on Patreon, and so we get Magic Mail postcards, and that was in there. And that's it. That's another prayer book complete, and an invitation to accept into the next month to come, and into the magic and wonder and discovery of a fresh new month of 30 Days of Goddess. Thanks so much for being here and for watching. Bye-bye.